All this with example, total descriptive statistics. So let's see that once we can, what is the table we discussed in the last class, on that only we can apply. Okay, okay. This is the table we discussed in the last class. Uh, what is the data type used for the column wise? So now we have that size of the database or data set will be what is the total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 by that is a total 7 rows and 5 columns. That is called 7 by 5. Shape of the data will be 7 by 5. So in this case, we define that some are the categorical data, some are the numerical data attributes. The categorical data attributes are what is the current company name, employee ID, and name. The remaining two are whatever the number of companies worked and salary in lakhs. Salary in lakhs. That is last two are called numerical attributes. So now here we should know that actually one column is missing here. So let's take that. Here what the same thing will be consider based on the companies also. Actually, one column missing here. There is experience. If you correlate with experience with the salary, so when experiences increases, automatically salary also will increase. So that we can correlate the two attributes here. That is the salary in lakhs and experience. Actually, that column is missing here. So not a big deal here. Automatically by observing of data by common sense, we should know that when experience is increasing about the employee, automatically salary also will increase. The relationship between the experience and salary will be that linear relationship. So that is the one kind of relation is there between the salary and experience. So these kind of things also we can define using that what kind of things correlation or concept will be there later. So now we can add that all the measures, or we can say that central tendency concepts. Okay, so in that first we'll see the what is the central tendency concept. So here descriptive statistics, measure of central tendency and measure of dispersion, that is called variability. So under that, first you have to see that central tendency in column wise. So what happened here, central tendency statistics are there that will be applied for column wise, or that will be taken as a variable or feature, is explained by mean, median, and mode. So next, spread of data, that is dispersion or data spread in a column wise, that also is going to explain by range, mid range, quarterly or interquartile range, that is IQR, and percentiles, variables, variance, and standard deviation. So there is also help for the defining of something about the data. Later we'll discuss that covariance and correlation between the two features or two attributes. That is help us to understand how two different features are dependent on each other. So that is just now I given that uh, one point here. How we can correlate that two columns, experience as well as salary. When experiences increases, automatically salary also will increase. That is called linear relation, linear growth between the experience as well as in the salary. So let's see that that also later. So first we will go for that finding central tendency of data. Here for that we are going to discuss mean, median, and mode concepts. So these three are called central tendency, or we can say there is a center of the data also. Center of the data. So let us consider that some data. Let us consider that some data. Suppose there are 10 members are there. There are 10 members are there in the data set. So all their marks, each student, like there are 10 students, and 10 members marks, the average of the 10 students will be called as a mean, and median is that middle of the 10 members. This is a median, and mode is nothing but number of times frequent same kind of a data. So like a 3 times or 4 times. Highest the number of repeating of a same value in the feature, that is called a mode. So let's see that also with example. So now, so let's see that there are three pictures here: mean, median, and mode. In that case, first thing is the let's take that mean. That is the leftmost one. What is the mean here? What is the mean here? The return. So let's increase that size for getting more clarity. Say mean. Mean is the average or norm. So that is add up all of the values to find a total. Next, divide the total by number of values you added together. That is the number of values added by total numbers. So here is that there are 7 values like a 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8. The total will be 32. That is divided by how many are there? That 7. So by 7 you will get the 4.57. That is the in that data, in that out of 7 members, center of the data is at 4.7, 4.57. That is the average of that total 7 members. If you take that all the values on the space, all the values on the space, 7 values, the center of that data will be 4.57. That is called mean. So that's why these are all parameters called as a center tendency. The next, if you go with the other one, what is the other one? Median. So if you go for the median, so let's see that the median is the middle value. Median is the middle value. Put all of the values into order. That means whatever the data you have taken, you are applying the median on the any column, any attribute, any feature. First you have to sort all the values. Whatever the values are there, that should be first do the sorting order from the lowest value to the highest value. Then the median is the middle of that. Median is the middle of that. If there are 2 values in the middle, then find the mean of these 2. For example, you take they are given that 2, 2, 3, 5, 5, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 5, 5, 7, 8. Total, what is the total number of values here? There are 7. Out of 7, which is the middle one? Which is the position of middle one? 1, 2, 3, fourth position. What is that? Fourth position. So that is what? Median. Because what is the size of here data you have taken? 7. Because the size of the data is 7. So the middle value should be only 1. Middle value should be only 1. Suppose here you take that left of the middle will be 3, right of the middle will be 3. So the complete whatever the middle value is that median of the data. So for this example, the median is 5. That means again center of these 7 data values is again 5. Suppose you take that there are given number of values are there, data values, like a given number of data values are there. Suppose here how many are there? 7. If it is a odd number, the middle will be only 1. If you take even number, suppose you take another 9 here. What is that? 2, 2, 3, 5, 5, 7, 8, 9. Suppose total number of values are how many? 8. So what is the median of that? You can't able to find as a single value. In that case, you have to take the middle 2 values. Middle 2 values, again you have to add that middle 2 values and apply the divisible by 2. So that you will get the median of that. Suppose all of you write down this what I am giving values. Suppose you take that for example, sorry for this admit all. Sorry for this inconvenience for 3 members. Okay, anyway, I added that. Okay, now I think all are joined.
Sir, sorry for disturbance. Sir,
Okay.
some members are trying to join, but it is not allowing to join me.
No, just now allowed. Acha.
Okay.
Okay, allowed. Now also allowed. Anyone is there still?
Yeah, sir. Someone is trying to.
Now it is added. Just now.
Sir.
Just now only added.
Okay, okay, sir.
Just now added. I think
Okay, sir.
Aishwarya, some other people are there. Just now added. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Now confirm that all are added. I think so. I got. There are 16 members are added. Still, anyone is there waiting? Yes, nobody is waiting in that. Okay. Yes, everyone got access now. Okay. Suppose you take that mean. So mean, suppose you take that, what are the values were taken here? Suppose you take that randomly also. What is that? 2, 4. I think so. It is also very less. Okay. Suppose you take that 2, 1, 3, 5. So 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. Suppose you take these values here, the mean nothing but average of that. For that, what you can do? 2 plus 1 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9. It will give some value. Okay, this is simply some value. After that, you have to divide with that value. So, what is the division of that value? Can be what is the total here? 1, 2. So, there are how many here? There 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, divisible by 8. It will get average, or that will be called what is that? Center of the data in terms of average and in terms of mean. Okay, suppose you take that again. I'm going to insert something here. 1 minute. Suppose you take that here. One population, whatever it is you are taken. Inside this. I'm not. Sorry for delaying this. Just for the sake. Suppose here we have taken the values like 2. Later you take that 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9. in this inside the box. Now center of that you will getting mean. Center of that you will getting mean. That is called center of this complete all the 8 values. That is called average or mean of the data. Okay. So next we'll see that what is that other one? Median. So what is the median here for these same values? Huh? So whatever the you are taken for the mean, suppose you take the same values here. So what is that here? Suppose you take the same values here. The median, before going to find the median, we have to sort all these numbers first. What is that sorting order here? One, first one, after that 2, after that what is the 3, after that 4, after that 5, after that 7, after that 8, after that 9. So out of here 9, what is the median? What is that 4.5? Mean it's median. Okay, right. So I don't know that. So for this, what is the things can be taken here? Suppose here, how many values are there here? 3 plus 8. Out of 8, what is the middle one? You can't able to tell that. Yes or no? If it is the odd number is there, we can easily tell that what is the middle value. But in this case, there are two middle values. So that is what 4 and 5. The 4 and 5 is the middle values. Now we have to add these two values, like what is that 4 plus 5 and by 2. You will get that 4.5. So I think all of you understood this. Suppose you take that again. Suppose if you take that there are 7 values. Here is that what is that here? There are how many? 7. The length of the data is 7. The middle value will be 4. So now the median is what? For the odd number is 4. For even number is 4.5. There is no much difference here. There is no much difference here. So I think you understood that what is the median. The median can be calculated based on the total size of the data, total size of the attribute or feature. If it is even number, take the middle two values, you add it and by 2, you will get the median. Otherwise, if it is the odd number, you take the exactly middle value. So before going to that, so before going to do that, first you have to sort all the numbers. Even it may be numerical data or it may be categorical data. Sometimes median can be applied on categorical data also. So that also I will show in that example. Okay, this is about the median. So then what about the mode? What about the mode? What about the mode? Mode nothing but a frequently repeated data. Frequent repeated data. Suppose you take the same values here, but anything repeated here, nothing is repeated. Yes or no? All are single time repeated. So can't do. Suppose again repeated other value of taken. What is the most repeated value here? 2. So now mode of this data will be 2. Suppose you take that another value here. What is that 1 also? What is the mode of this data? There are two values are repeating here. What is that? 1 as well as 2. So there will be again here mode will be two values. So that is called bilateral data. Achha. Everyone is waiting still. I'm getting some error. Okay. So now mode values for this value what to come up because 2 is repeated twice, 1 is repeated twice. Suppose you take that another one value here. Suppose again 2 is repeating. What is the most repeated value here? 2. That's why the mode of this data will be 2. Yes, maximum repeated value will be taken as a mode. So I think it is clear about the mean, median, and mode. Yes, tell me. Okay. So now come back to the same PPT. Mm. So in that case, the same we can apply all these three on this. We'll go with 100%. No, I think everyone is good. So when if you go for the main about these values, you will get that center of the data 4.7 first one, median also for the same data 5, and mode is what 2 comma 5 for this example. What is that? Because their values are 2 comma 2, 3, 5, 5 and 7, 8. Maximum number of repeat values here 2 as well as 5. That's why median the mode of this data will be 2 comma 5. That is called this kind of data is called bilateral data. So in this case you have to define that two values as a mode. So generally uh, now we'll apply all this on the data mean, median and mode now. So now whatever discussed like mean, median, mode in this total 5 columns. For the first column, current company name applicable for which kind of descriptive statistics? That is center of the data. Which kind of descriptive statistics can be applied for the first column? For the first column, S. One is written that mode. What is the mode of the first column? Cisco, because there's 3 times repeated. You can't apply here median because we are not applying any kind of what is the division or something. We can't apply that median. Yes, we can apply, but you see that alphabetical order. So then only we can apply this. But sometimes it depend on the context. Depend on the context, you have to apply the what is that median. Otherwise, not required to apply median. So then go for that. Second column. What is the second column employed? What kind of things can be applied here for the second column? Yes, for the second column. For the second column. No more categories. Because it is categorical data, we can't apply any kind of things. If we apply mean also no sensible, no meaningful for that categorical data. For third one also not possible to apply. For third one also not possible to apply. When if you go for that number of companies work, it is what kind of data? Numerical data. We can apply mean also you can apply, mode also you can apply, median also you can apply. Whatever the last column is there, for that also we can apply all. What is that? Mean can be applied, median can be applied, and the mode can be applied. But here we have to conclude one statement. What is the conclusion of statement here? Mean can be applied on the numerical data. Mean can be applied on the numerical data only. And median can be applied again numerical data. Sometimes you can apply on the categorical data. So that is just now we see that our current company name, how many times repeated same thing in that if required then only we can apply. Otherwise it is no use of applying median for the categorical data. But mode always can be applied for the what is that categorical data, because we should know that sales data. Suppose you are running a store like a mobile store. You are running a mobile store. So I don't want that how many number of customers came, how many number of buy that mobile, this mobile, this mobile. So just should know that what is the highest number of sales of mobile. So for that you can say that the Samsung is this number. But is that because of that most number of times the sale in the same day. So in these cases you can apply here mode for that categorical data. So now we have to conclude that mean can be applied on what? Numerical data. Median can be applied on mostly on the
Both.
numerical data type, and mode can be applied on a categorical data as well as numerical data also you can apply. So can you see that what is the formula required for the mean? That is some of the n numbers like a sigma I equal to 1 to n xi by n. N is that number of data items were taken. Sum will be taken. That is the general way of defining that mean. And median will be what? Sort the number, sort the total data, and take the middle value. If the data length is odd, you take the exactly middle number. If data length is even, you take the middle two values and also apply that average on the two values only. And mode will be most frequent data. Most frequent data. Now you see that these values on this by using the Python. Now see that the same table what you have taken, just you see that here what is that 12 enough 12, that is command. There you take that emp, that is a name of this table will be emp hyphen df. Df nothing but a data frame dot mean. You apply mean on this complete table, you will get that all attributes mean value. Mean value. So first is that employee ID, actually not required, but we are applying for complete data now. Wherever the number is there, for that you have to apply the applicable the mean value. Next is number of companies worked also, it is categorical data. Next salary in lakhs is also categorical data. Next years of experience, actually missing that, that also got. Now you got this here some descriptive statistics on this employee table except the first one. So now here mean applied on what? Always applies on the numerical data only. So that is the way of first one. Next you see that below of that mean of salary in lakhs. Mean of salary in lakhs. You add all the salaries, you will get the same value. So what is the mean you got using the mean function on the data set? As for the attribute 9.3. 9.3. So what you got here? 9.3. Same thing if you add that and do the your calculations also got same thing. So there is no difference here. So next one, median nothing but a two middle values are, then take the average. Already given that single value is there, not a problem. So in the Python there is a function like median function also on that. So now also here what is that, whatever the numbering values are there in the attribute, for that you got the median. Employee ID, what is that most middle value, because of there are 7 rows are there, the middle will be only one. Number of companies work, number of companies work, if you sort all those numbers you will get the middle as a 2. Salary in lakh, middle value will be 8.4 lakhs. Next years of experience 4.5, that you missing value there. And again this is another descriptive statistics in terms of what? Median. So these all are the steps. What is that? First you take that employee experience. This is not in order. First you have to sort that value. After sorting you will get 3.7. So before the sort, before sorting, this is the salary of that column, whatever the column taken. Next you apply the list of the sorting function. So this is the thing. After that you will get sorting of the all the salaries. First 3.7, 3.8, 4.0 and 4.5, 5.2, 8.0, 9.0. So out of this, what is the median here? The median will what? Middle value. Median what? Middle value. What is the middle value here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 other. The middle value how much? 4.5 only. 4.5. So this is about that median. Next, mode. What is the mode here? Mode is the most frequently. There is a highly repeated value in the data. Highly repeated value in the data. So that can be applied on this. Just a minute. Okay, most repeated value as a mode. The first column will be what? What is the in the first column? Cisco is the mode for that. For the number of companies work. So for that also repeated value will be 1, and the last one there is no repetition value. If it is repeated more than once, that will be considered as a mode, but mostly not repeated value will not be taken. Okay. So I think all of you understood that central tendency. Yes. What is that? Not me now.
So
Yes, I think all of you understood that this descriptive statistics in terms of mean, median, and mode. Okay.
Yes, sir.